Hello friends, welcome to Write with Ansifa. Get ready for today's story. Let's enjoy a heartwarming tale filled with adventure, friendship, and an important lesson. Today's story, The Ant and the Grasshopper. On a warm summer day, an ant was busy gathering food. The sun was shining brightly in the blue sky. The birds were singing, the flowers were blooming, and a gentle breeze was blowing through the trees. Near a big tree, there was a small ant house. Many ants lived there together as a family. One little ant was outside the house, working very hard. He was carrying grains, nuts, and seeds to store in the house. He picked up one seed, then another. He worked without stopping. He knew that food would not always be easy to find. He wanted to collect enough food so that his family would have plenty to eat when the cold winter came. So the little ant worked hard, stayed busy, and never wasted a single warm and sunny day. Nearby, a cheerful grasshopper spent his days singing, dancing, and playing his violin in the warm sunshine. From morning until evening, he hopped through the green meadow, enjoying the beautiful flowers, the gentle breeze, and the bright blue sky. While the ant worked hard collecting food for the future, the grasshopper laughed, played music, and entertained himself without a care in the world. He believed that every day was meant for fun and never thought about preparing for the cold winter ahead. But time would pass, and the season would change. Only then would the grasshopper understand the importance of being prepared. The grasshopper laughed at the hard-working ant. He thought, "Why should I work so hard in this beautiful weather? There is plenty of time to enjoy." "Why are you working so hard?" asked the grasshopper. The grasshopper looked at the ant and smiled. "The sun is shining, the flowers are beautiful, and life is so much fun. Why don't you take a break and enjoy with me instead of working all day?" The ant replied, "I am preparing for winter." The ant stopped for a moment, wiped the sweat from his forehead, and looked up at the grasshopper. "I may not be able to sing and dance like you," he said politely, "but I know that winter will come. When the days become cold and food is hard to find, I want to be ready. That's why I am gathering food now, so I will have enough to eat and stay warm when the cold winds blow." The grasshopper continued playing all summer. Day after day, the grasshopper sang, danced, and enjoyed the warm sunshine. He played his violin under the tree, hopped from flower to flower, and spent his time having fun with his friends. He never thought about the future or how he would survive in the cold winter. He believed there was plenty of time and that winter was far away. Soon, winter arrived and snow covered the ground. The days grew shorter, and the air turned cold. Dark clouds filled the sky, and a strong wind began to blow. Leaves fell from the trees, and the flowers disappeared. Soon, white snowflakes started falling from the sky. They danced in the air and covered everything in a thick blanket of snow. The fields, the trees, and the houses were all covered in white. The once warm and lively world became quiet and very cold. The ant's home was warm and cozy. The fire in the small stove kept the home nice and warm. The ant hung some dried leaves near the stove to use as blankets when it got colder. He had a soft bed made of grass and leaves in a corner of his home. He also had a small table and chairs made of twigs and wood. On the shelves, he kept jars filled with seeds, nuts, grains, and dried fruits. Everything was neatly arranged so he could find what he needed. Every morning, the ant would wake up, stretch his arms, and thank the sun for another day. Then he would eat some food, check his stores, and start his work. He would go outside and gather more food, carry heavy seeds back to his home, and work hard to make sure he had enough for the winter. Sometimes he found big seeds and could not carry them alone. He would pull and push as hard as he could. If the seed was too heavy, he would roll it little by little, taking breaks but never giving up. The ant knew that hard work today would bring comfort tomorrow. He was strong, brave, and very determined. As the days went by, he gathered more and more food. His store of food grew bigger and bigger. He smiled every time he looked at his full shelves and baskets. "I am ready for winter," he would say with pride. The ant understood that being prepared was the smartest and safest choice. The grasshopper regretted his choices. As winter continued, the grasshopper tried to find food, but there was nothing left. The flowers were gone, the leaves were gone, and the grass was covered in snow. He was cold, hungry, and very tired. One evening, the grasshopper came to the ant's home. He was shivering and looked very sad. He knocked on the door softly. The ant opened the door and saw the grasshopper. "Hello, grasshopper," said the ant kindly. "Please, can I have some food? I am so hungry and cold," said the grasshopper with a shaky voice. The ant looked at him with understanding. "You can come in and warm up," said the ant, "but I can't give you food to eat. I worked hard all summer to prepare for winter. You had time to do the same, but you chose to play and not prepare." The grasshopper hung his head. He knew the ant was right. He felt very sorry for not working hard earlier. He regretted his choices. "I wish I had worked hard like you," he said softly. "I won't make the same mistake again." The ant nodded. "It's good to learn from mistakes. Remember, it's important to prepare for the future." The grasshopper stayed warm in the ant's home that night. He promised himself that when spring came, he would work hard and be prepared next time. Moral of the story: work hard today to prepare for tomorrow. The ant worked diligently when times were good, while the grasshopper spent his days playing and ignored the future. When difficulties came, the ant was prepared, but the grasshopper was not. Hard work, planning, and responsibility help us overcome challenges in life. A little effort today, a better tomorrow always. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.